Hello, hey guys. Guess who's back, back again. Hey, guess who's back? Guess who's back, y'all? How's everybody doing? Guys. Yo, it's now November. And so now would be the best time to file, guys. I don't know if you know, or you probably don't know. You probably rely on me to tell you these things. But guys, right now is the best time to file your application because immigration is waiving interviews like crazy. We are getting a lot, and I mean a lot of green cards, right? Even without interviews, all right? We are getting our green cards without interviews. But before all of that, how's everybody doing? And guess who's back? Back again. Hey, guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back, guys? It's gonna be a really great live. Invite all your friends. We're gonna start taking questions just basically like pretty much in the next 1 minute. But real quickly, I always want to tell you what we specialize in, what we do. So my name is Val Queen, otherwise known as Dancing Lawyer. All right. Oh, this lady said I got my green card too. Congratulations. I don't know if you're my client. Whether you're my client or not, congratulations. That's awesome. So my name is Val Queen, Dancing Lawyer, and I specialize in obviously VAWA. Okay, but VAWA applies to both men and women who are experiencing problems in their marriage. All right. So in other words, vow is the opposite of an application that's based on love. It's the opposite. All right. And then so we also do adjustment of status to marriage. That's when you and your spouse are still together and your spouse petitions for you, files for you. We also do asylum if you're fleeing from your home country, etc. Yes, even vow is being waived right now. But the quick topic that I wanted to discuss today is y'all, now is the best time to file your green card application. I don't know if you've been paying attention to our post, but I've been saying on our post that we have gotten the most amount of green cards ever this year. Like this year has been our year. We have gotten the most, and I repeat, the most amount of green cards ever this year. Like every month, we've had a huge amount of green cards coming in, and a lot of them have been without interviews. That's right. So a lot of the green cards we've gotten have been without an actual interview. And so what does that mean if you're hearing me? Now is the time, guys. Now is the time. Last year and the year before, interviews were pretty much never waived, right? It was something that was very rare to happen in previous years. But now, because immigration is so backed up, they are actually waiving interviews. So again, now would be the time to file your green card application. File it now. Also, the other reason you want to file your green card application now is because I think because of immigration actually beginning to waive these interviews, I really believe that your case will probably go faster than prior people's cases. So if you file now, you have a higher chance of your case going faster and being approved in a faster amount of time than maybe someone who filed last year or the year before. Okay, because literally immigration is now going to begin to catch up, and so you now is the best time for you to file. Let me start taking some questions. Hello. Hello. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, how can I help you?
How are you?
Good, and you?
I'm fine, thank you. Yeah, please, I have a question, right?
Okay.
Yeah, if our application is submitted, correct, and Premier Fashi is already out, how long will it take to go for like biometrics?
Usually, you're supposed to have gone for biometrics before you are issued your prima facie. But biometrics will probably come, I guess, if they haven't already scheduled it for it, probably within the next few months.
Okay,
Yeah.
so sometimes the biometric comes before the primary facie, right?
Usually that's actually the arrangement. Now sometimes immigration flips it, but normally that's supposed to come first.
Okay, I'm actually your client. I just wanted to confirm that one more time because that has been out since I think on the 20th of September.
Okay.
So I'm just still waiting to see when the time to go for the biometrics.
It will happen. No worry. No worries.
No problem. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
All righty. Right. So let me just say one more thing, guys, about applications. Yeah, like I told you, this year our applications, like the applications we're filing this year and the end of last year, are really, really going fast. Like we're getting our work permits faster. Also, this year I've truthfully told you that we have received the most amount of green cards ever at Loftus of Mafula. I mean, like green cards have been coming like water, like they're just coming left and right. We've been getting a lot of green cards, and a lot of them have been without interviews because immigration has begun to waive interviews to sort of catch up with the backlog. All right, so and then the other thing, yeah, so processing times are gonna start going down, and they're gonna, in other words, they're gonna speed up. As long as immigration is waiving interviews, you can expect that processing times are going to really start to speed up. You can expect that, God willing, if you file for vow or adjustment of status to marriage or some kind of adjustment of status, you can expect that you get your green card much faster than people did, the last 2, 3 years. All right. You can really, really expect that. So, guys, point of the story, moral of the story is now is really the best time. If you're thinking of filing an application, now is the best time. And also, a plug that goes with the holidays. When you file an application in October, November, December, these applications usually, I just noticed we usually get our receipt notices really fast. Like if you're filing your application like in October, November, December of each year, those applications typically the receipt notices come really, really fast. Okay, because for whatever reason, maybe I don't know if people are just thinking about traveling at that time, but just so you know, so like now is a good time to send your application in. October, November, December, even January, February, great times to send your application in, and to pretty much almost ensure that you're going to get your work permit sooner. All right. Hello. Hi. Can I help
Hello,
you?
good evening.
How can I help you?
Um,
I'm gonna let him go first.
All right.
Okay. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, I have a question. I filed my VAWA petition
Okay.
in January.
Okay.
So I received my prima facie. Then I'm still waiting for my work authorization now. Till
Okay.
now.
Okay.
So
You said
I
you
don't
filed.
know.
You filed for VAWA when?
Yes.
When did you file?
Since January.
And you're still waiting for your work authorization.
Yes.
So that is kind of long, but it doesn't necessarily mean anything is wrong, to be honest with you. I always say in my consultations that we always say, okay, work permits usually take at least 6 months, or they could take even up to 10 months. But we always say that they could take less or more than that. In other words, when I say less or more, it means that there's the immigration factor. Like literally, sometimes they just don't get to your case as fast as they should. And I think you probably even heard me say on my lives that sometimes we even actually get an approval. Like let's say we filed your case in January, we may get an approval for your work permit like May or April. But for immigration to actually issue it, it may be another wait again. So I just say that to say all that to say, I will tell your lawyer to follow up on it, and then just be patient. It will come. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm one of your clients. All right.
Call me. Okay. Call me.
Good evening. My name is Hazley. My question is, I came here illegally, and I came here illegally on a boat, but I've been married for 3 years because Haitian. I'm very scared, and I don't have any family, and I have a daughter, but every immigration lawyer I meet, they keep asking me if I have kids, and when I say no, it's a quick downfall. We've been trying to have kids. It's the medical issue is for my husband. So how can How can I go from here and start my application with you? Because I'm in Massachusetts.
So what does you having kids have to do with it? Maybe I'm not understanding.
Exactly. I don't know. That's the first question they keep asking me, and I'm tired of paying for consultation over and over.
Okay. So you're married, though, to a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
And how would you describe your marriage? It's good, bad, okay?
It's like every regular marriage. We argue, we made up, we love each other. I know he's not going anywhere, and I know I'm not going anywhere.
Okay.
So I just want to apply through that.
Oh, okay. You want your spouse to petition for? Yeah, we can help you. No problem. Give me a call. I'd love to help.
Please, because every time I call, they put me on hold. Somebody else call me back. The prices are changing on me. I want to get into your office, even though I'm in Massachusetts.
No, we have never changed our consultation fee. Consultation fee has always been $150 for many years now.
Okay.
All
right. So the number that you pinned down, that's the one I'm supposed to call?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. You'll hear from me soon.
Thank you, madam. Bye-bye.
Okay.
All righty. I told you it's going to be a good live. Let me take some more questions. So, guys, so people are coming in. I'm talking about now being the best time. Historically, in our law firm, at least, I can't speak for any other law firm. The applications we file in October, November, December always go super fast.
Hello, good evening, ma'am.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. My name is Teslim Ojo, and 2 months ago, I applied for my VAWA, and I've received my receipts. But before then, I already had 4 years work permit.
Okay.
That's for my former I-130 and petition that my wife filed for me.
Okay.
While I was filing my VAWA petition, she called the USCIS and withdrew her support for me.
For the other application? You mean for her the other application that she had petitioned you for? Okay.
Yes. My question is this: my I-765 from that case is still running till now. Can I still use my work authorization, or should I wait for the new one to come in?
I don't want to answer that one on live. Give me a schedule consultation. There's certain things I just don't want to say. But I will help you out. Just give me a call. Generally speaking, though, if you're, I don't want to get in trouble. Just schedule a consultation. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Okay. Someone said, do I speak Swahili? Yes, I do. I do speak Swahili. Maybe not the best. Maybe I don't speak Swahili like Tanzanians do, But I I mean, I can flow. All right. Someone said we got our work permits and social. Can you tell me we got a green cards? I really honestly don't know that exact date. I can never tell you. All right. Hello.
Hello, how you doing, ma'am?
Good, and you?
I'm fine, thank you. So, I filed for VAR in 2022, December, through your law firm, and I just completed my psychological evaluation.
Okay.
So, I just got completed like last week, and they sent me confirmation that it was going to send to the firm. Okay. So my question is, does that really affect my case since it's been long? If it took me a while to get it done?
No, I don't think so. We've had situations where we submitted a psych eval pretty late. It wasn't a problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's just my question.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. I have a conditional green card for over 5 years, waiting for my 10 years. It recently changed to VAWA. Can I apply for 100? This is what I was talking about yesterday. This is the answer to is my card Adinka. I was talking about this exact same situation yesterday, and I said that you got to be careful. I would only file for citizenship. I would only go ahead and file that N400 application before the removal of applications condition is approved, right? I would only go ahead and do that if I'm very sure that I'm on good footing. So in other words, you really, really want to make sure there's nothing on your records that could come to bite you. Classic example. I have a particular client. We filed, the client came to me, had a 2-year conditional green card when they came to me. We helped the client file for a 10-year green card through VAWA. So in other words, we helped the client file a removal application through VAWA in order for them to get a 10-year green card. Unbeknownst to me, the client on their very own went and now filed their own N400 application, of course, without telling me. Okay, so the client, again, the scenario is client hired me to file for them for a 10-year green card. They already had a 2-year green card. My job was to file for them to get a 10-year green card, which I did properly. While the application was still pending, client went behind my back and then filed now for an N400, file for citizenship. Okay, which would have gone good and well. And in fact, they actually called him for the interview. So because of that, that's one way to speed up the interview, by the way, if you didn't know. Of course, so now because he filed the second application, N400, he was called for an interview sooner, right? He was called for an interview for the N400. And so, of course, now when they were interviewing him, now they've got to they've got to handle also the other case. They have to handle also the removal of conditions application. Well, long story short, it comes up after he goes to interview that he has some issues come up with his marriage, some issues come up with his divorce certificate. And now, so see, had the client sat down and talked to me and told me that they were filing the N400, I would have done my research, would have talked about all this. I would have made sure that there's nothing that could be held against him. So now, long story short, this same client now has this huge notice of intent to deny. And now they want to deny not just the N400 application, which is the application for citizenship. They also want to deny his 10-year green card application. So I'm just taking a long way out. I'm using this as an example to answer this guy's question, to say, be very sure if you're going to try to get these two things at the same time, that there's nothing against you. There's nothing immigration can use against you. Be very sure you check your divorce certificate that is valid, that before you married your current spouse, you were actually properly divorced. Check your criminal record, check your fraud record, or have someone check these things. Be very sure there's nothing immigration can use against you. Be very sure you filed your taxes. In other words, be very sure you have crossed every T and dotted every I before you file for a citizenship application. Because like I've said before on prior lives, once you file for citizenship, that is immigration. Immigration knows one thing. This is their last chance to check their record. And so things they may have never caught onto, even in prior applications, this is the time immigration is going to go and check. So most people often think that the green card application is the most dangerous application or dangerous time. It's not. Really, to be truthful, the N400, the application for citizenship, that is the most dangerous application. It seems unassuming. It's something, in fact, most people can file for themselves. But the reason I say it's the most dangerous time for an immigrant, or the most dangerous application, is immigration absolutely knows this is the last chance they have to get you on anything. So this is when they are going to go and pull up everything from your file. They're going to look at what you wrote down, what you didn't write. They're going to go look at the back of your application. They're going to go and look and, and dig. Going to go and dig your whole immigration history, prior marriages, children. I mean, they're going to do the works, because it's the very last time they know they have a chance to check your record. So I just say, if before you file an N400 citizenship application, even if you end up filing it by yourself, you owe it to yourself to always make sure a lawyer does. I mean, you check with a lawyer to make sure there's nothing that could be held against you. It's one reason. Well, I would say it's the reason, but right now I'm not taking any citizenship applications, because there's just something always could come up. Like this is something I've learned. What I'm telling you now, I've learned it. I've learned it through experience. Like I've had, clients that we filed for that they look good on paper. Everything looks good. I checked everything. Everything looks good. But when we get to filing for citizenship, when we get to that citizenship interview, all sorts of stuff comes up. Or after that interview, they bring up all sorts of stuff that you'd have never thought would have been a problem. They bring it up because why? This is the last time they have to check your record. All right. So just let that be known. Citizenship application is no joke. Immigration knows that's the last time they have, the last chance they have to hold you back. Okay. Hello. How are you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Good, and you?
Am I online?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Nice to meet you, and I'm very thankful to you. You are giving us a lot of knowledge about everything.
Thank you.
One question. I filed my 2016 my asylum application, and it is still pending with the USCIS. So just want to know that what can I do with that one? My family is here, we are properly settled here. What can we do?
Asylum takes so long. That is one of the issues. Sometimes you can speed it up if you can show them there's some sort of emergency, like to your family. Like maybe if your wife's life is in danger, or your child's life is in danger, and you need for them to quickly come, then maybe they may speed it up. But otherwise, it's very hard for them to speed up that application. Yeah.
My second question is my sister is here.
Okay. Just a second. I'll answer one. You see, I have all these other people. You can catch me another time. How about that? Okay, or you can schedule a consultation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, how are you?
Good, and you?
Good. Thank you for asking. My question is, I just turned from my previous case to BAGUA, right? The adjustment started to BAGUA, but April. So I just received my receipt from BAGUA and my prima facie already. So I called I tried to call to the USCIS. Okay. They told me that my A45-4 is in my field office here in New York. So what's gonna happen in this case? Because I have my receipt, I have my prima facie. They're gonna put me interview, even though he told me my interview was way back October the 12th. He told me the agent he told me the date. So what gonna happen in this case?
Okay, let me just get some basics. So they said they transferred your case now to Brooklyn, is what you said? Or to New York?
To the field office here in New York. I live in New York.
All right. So usually what's gonna happen is either they're gonna call you for an interview, or they'll waive it and approve your green card application.
All right. Yeah. So he can take do you know how many you're gonna take? How long gonna take that?
So usually it's either a couple of months or even more than a year. It depends on where you are, and it depends on really just depends on them, to be honest with you. So I can't give you a specific time.
All right. Thank you so much.
But usually a couple of months.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. I ended up answering 2 questions. I realized. Sorry, guys. But it's just one question. I don't know how to pass. That guy just happened to be lucky. I literally forget. I only answer one question. Okay. When you have a pending assignment, hello?
Hello?
Hello. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm good. What about you?
Good.
Good. So I just have a quick question. So if I filed FOWER and it's already approved, and also there is
the I-360 application has been approved. Well, I think she left herself. Lady, I didn't cut you out. Let the record state that you got out yourself. That was strange. All right. There's some two questions that I saw, written questions. Typically, I like to answer live questions that I'm going to answer before I go because it's 5:11. I think I saw someone ask me, are they waiving asylum applications? So no, I haven't heard of those ones being waived. So just right now, they're still just only waiving adjustment of status applications. So only waiving permanent resident or green card applications. Okay, so right now they're only waiving green card applications through a spouse or green card applications through our or green card applications for a parent, right? Those sorts of applications. But right now, I haven't heard of them waiving asylum at all. All right. How many months after you file for WOW do you receive work? Work permits generally take at least 6 months. It could take 6 to 10 months, sometimes even longer, okay, or shorter. So 6 to 10 months, less or more, is how long it takes to get a work permit or travel permit. Someone asked me, how long do I have to, I think what you're asking me is how long do you have to experience abuse before you file for VAWA? There is no set time. So like I always say, it's a quality over quantity. So when we talk about VAWA and filing for a VAWA application, what matters is what you've really gone through. Is it genuine and is it real? And how real is it? Like is it quality over quantity. So it doesn't matter how long you've experienced. You could file for VAWA after 1 month of marriage. I mean, if it's as long as you can be able to show that was the worst 1 month of your life. Okay. You could file for VAWA after 2 weeks of marriage, as long as you're able to show those were like the worst 2 weeks of your life. All right. So you can file for VAWA after 6 months, after a year. Right? Just as long as you can show that was the worst 6 months or a year of your life. So what matters is what you've actually gone through, not how long you went through it. Okay. Now, of course, the longer you've been married, the better. You'll have more things to show and to prove. That you entered this marriage for valid reasons, and to show and to prove that you and your spouse are actually living together. But what matters again is quality over quantity. Like, did you actually experience it, and did you actually marry this person for the right reasons? Like, that's what really matters. All right. I don't know what about children over 21. What about that? I don't get the question. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. And how are you doing?
Good. How can I help you?
Yeah, so I filed, I had an I-485 application, and then I switched it to VAWA. Okay. I sent a letter of abeyance to USCIS.
Okay.
And yes, I've gotten my work authorization and prima facie through the VAWA application. All of a sudden, USCIS decided to send a letter requesting for information on the I-485 case.
Okay.
And then my spouse did not, he didn't respond. He didn't send the information they were requesting. Okay. We then went ahead and denied the I-485. Okay. Even after sending them letter of abeyance.
Right.
So I'm just wondering, at this point that the I-485 has been denied, what do I do?
You can file a new I-485. Nothing holds you from doing that. Yeah, just file a new 485. And by the way, that's one of the reasons why we don't. If I was a lawyer, I would have told you. I mean, a long time ago, we used to try to do that too. But these days, no matter what kind of application you had before, we file everything afresh. So we would have filed just a new 485 for you. But it doesn't matter. You could just file now a new 485 application. What about the I-360? Is that still pending?
Say again.
The I-360 VAWA application, is that still pending? Do you know?
Yes, it is still pending.
So you still have time. Just talk to a lawyer or your lawyer and have them talk about, see if you guys can file just a new 485.
So, but then that takes me back in line for interview. What's the implication of starting over with the I-485?
Ma'am, let me make it clear for you. There's nothing for you back in that application. There's nothing. You're holding on to nothing. Just file a new application. Okay, it's gone.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye. Hello. Okay, I found. Okay, shoot. I'm trying to bring this other two. What about moving to another state after filing for violence? That's not a problem. That's no issue. What, same person?
You were saying that only one person at a time, so I'm saying again.
I said come back again the next time. Are you at work? Are you eating? Are you at work? Okay, let me let you make your money, sir.
You can have with me. Let's have together.
No,
okay.
Let me just let you get to work, make your money, so you can afford us. So you can afford our prices.
My sister is here on F1 visa.
Huh?
My sister is on F1 visa here.
Okay.
And she want to call her like fiance here.
Sorry.
Is it possible?
So I don't think you got my joke. I said let me let you get back to work so you can make some money, so you can be able to pay for our services. Okay.
I'm really sorry. I'm first time here with you. Actually, I was not aware that I can go with you online also. So sorry.
All right, I'll take you out. Thank you.
Good night.
Hello, madam.
Hi, I'm calling. Nice to finally get a hold of you. So I have my 10-year green card. I did wait until the last minute, and I just now filed for my N400. But however, I married my husband for 2 years, so I wanted to know if I could go ahead, because when I did file that N400, they gave me that receipt with the additional 24 months. Can I still petition for him before? Because I filed in April last year, but I didn't hear back from them. This is the same thing telling me that they're going to verifying that all the information is valid on file.
Wait, let me ask some questions. Your husband is here, or where is he?
He's here in the U.S. with me.
Okay, and you're a green card holder, but you also at the same time have filed for your citizenship, right? For naturalization. Yes. And you want to know if you can still file for your husband right now?
Yes, I want to know if it's a good idea if I could go ahead and petition for him.
I think right now, because of the processing times and the preference categories, right now it's better if you're a citizen. So I would go ahead and become a citizen first, and then petition for him. The visas just retrogressed or went behind for a green card holder's petitioner. So in other words, had you filed for him like before September or before August, it would have been perfect. But because of right now and the timing, you need to be a citizen. It will help. So go ahead and become a citizen and then petition for him.
Okay, so I'm just waiting because I already filed for it already. So I'm just waiting until they reach back out to me.
Okay, all right. Sounds good.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, madam. All right. Our price is still the same. Yes, our prices are still the same. We try to remain the same for many, many years so that you know. I always say so that you know what your friend paid is what you pay. Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm okay, and you?
Good. How can I help?
I was trying to find out if, I had a green card, marriage based, and myself and my spouse, we had issues and all that. I think and at the end of the day, I tried to change it to VAWA because it became very violent and that we had a child and all that. Now, the USCIS, I think they sent a letter when I filed for the VAWA. I think for I don't know, the I something they stopped. I don't know where it's I for whatever for my application, because when they asked for proof and all that, I sent some proofs, even though when I was married, my mother-in-law they wrote a letter, all of them and all that. So it was just holding on. But when I filed for VAWA immediately, they canceled the other one. So I'm worried, is it okay or is this something they do?
Yeah, it's nothing. I mean, it was going to end up, think of it this way. One day that case was going to end up being closed anyway. So that's not a problem.
You're breaking. I can't hear you.
Just think of it this way. One day the other case was going to end up being closed anyway. So I don't see that as an issue. Madam.
Okay, you said?
Just think of it this way. One way or another, one day or another, that other case was going to end up being closed anyway. So not a problem.
Okay.
Oh. I'm glad you didn't hear me because I wasn't going to say it one more time. I'm glad you heard me. Have a good one, madam. How can I help you? Hello, how can I help you? Whoa, what happened? Now the second person dropped off. That wasn't my intention. It's not. Is it my? Okay, can you hear me now, guys? Can you hear me now?
Hi, good evening.
Good evening. How can I help you?
Okay, yeah, just a quick question. Someone filed for VAWA for like 2.5 years. The work authorization was approved and everything, but did not receive prima facie.
Hold on, madam. 1 second. Let me see. Is my Wi-Fi on? Well, it is. Sorry, say that again.
Okay, I said someone applied for VAWA for like 2.5 years now.
Okay.
Received work authorization and all, but did not receive prima facie.
Okay.
I've not received any.
Right.
So what can you do?
Your question is that a problem?
No, I'm just asking if that is a problem.
Okay, that's what I just said. Okay, so yes and no. Like, so it's very possible that you could still get a green card through the VAWA process without getting a prima facie. That's very possible. It's not supposed to happen that way though. So if I was you, I'll just follow up with Vermont Service Center or have your lawyer follow up with them, see what's going on, why did they not issue it, see if they can issue it. But that is not going to prevent you from necessarily winning your case. And like I always say, in other words, a prima facie is a good thing to get, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win your case anyway.
Okay.
Or lose, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, madam. Bye-bye. All right, I want to answer one question from my Facebook people. What did they say? Let me just answer one question from my Facebook peeps. Okay. I guess they didn't ask me. I'm interested to ask you a question, but I'd like to ask you a question, please. Yeah. So, sir, whoever wrote that, then you could just come to my Instagram and ask the question. Let me see. You doing 3 years straight or 10 years straight for green card? VAWA takes you straight to a 10-year green card. VAWA takes you straight to a 10-year green card. All right. Last two questions, guys. This is 5:24, and by 5:30, I need to be out of here. You know. Hello. 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 Wait, did they not come on? Okay. Someone says, is there any change in waiting period for VAWA? I think there will be next year. Because like I told you, this year we've gotten the most amount of green cards we ever got. And I think it's because immigration has been waiving a lot of our interviews. So like I said earlier, we've gotten the most amount of 10-year green cards ever in my life. I've seen them this year. And it's also because, first of all, they've been waiving a lot of our interviews and we'll begin going straight into our 10-year green cards. And yes, I'm also talking about men. These are also, a lot of these green cards I'm telling you about were for men who filed for VAWA. So if you're a man and you're experiencing problems in your marriage, let that be proof to you. Let that speak to you that definitely you can very much get a 10-year green card through VAWA without a police report and without physical violence. All right. So just shout out to the men. Of course, we also do, of course, VAWA stands for Violence Against Women Act. So we do VAWA cases for women as well. All right. Applied for work permit renewal in March, expired in June, still not received my working permit. Madam, just wait. It'll come. Just like I was telling the other person, nothing to worry about. Sometimes it just takes longer. No, I mean the waiting period is probably going to be shorter. I'm thinking it's going to start to shorten now that they're waiving interviews. Now that they're waiving interviews, I think that should shorten the process, not lengthen the process. All right, that should shorten. So in other words, the fact that they're waiving interviews, to be clear, should shorten the the process of getting a green card through VAWA. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good, and you?
Good. I'm so happy. I told my husband that we need to talk to you because you know what you're doing.
Oh, thank you.
My husband, quick question. My husband's from Jamaica and he's been here for 25 years. And he had a green card application. We went through it all. But he was denied because they said that he came here when he was a young boy and left. But now, and then when he got his work permit, he worked for a little bit and got injured here. And after all these years of injury, he still has been in the country, no papers. And I'm a nurse, and I want to help my husband because it's been hard, and I've been working very hard to make sure we're okay. But it's to the point now, he's 46 years old. It's time for him to get some kind of help, and I need help.
Okay.
I do. I'm at that point where I need some help.
So the issue was basically that he left at a younger age and then re-entered and got caught or something?
Yeah, he didn't even re-enter. He didn't enter. They took his passport back to Jamaica and probably got it like backstamped or something. But he's been here since he was, how old are you then? You're 20?
So where is he 20. Now? He's here in the U.S.? He's here in the U.S.?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
He's here in the U.S.?
Yes, he's here. We live in Ohio.
Okay. I think, Madam, you need to schedule a concession because I think I would need to ask some more questions to figure out what to do for you. And also,
okay.
Yeah, also just so I can give you all your options, okay?
Yes, we will do that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Madam. Love it.
You're welcome. Bless you.
All right. Last two, y'all. It's 529, 530. Our concession fees are $150. I just saw that our concession fees are $150. Yeah, so after you've already gotten your 10-year green card, 3 years afterwards, you're eligible for citizenship. So 3 years after getting a green card through VAWA, you're eligible for citizenship, all right? All right. Okay, I'm working on my VAWA case now. I've divorced my wife a year before I start the VAWA process. I'm on a course. Yeah, that's not a problem. You qualify for VAWA even after divorce. You just need to file within 2 years of your divorce, okay? So you're supposed to just have filed that within 2 years of your divorce. You're supposed to just have filed that within 2 years of your divorce. Can I still file for my husband with 10-year green card? I think I answered that lady before already. Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Yeah, my quick question is this. If you have your prima facie and your work authorization, is it certain you get your green card?
No. That's what I was telling you earlier. I was saying earlier. It's a good indication, but not necessarily, because still at the very end, they still have to consider, like, do you actually have good character? I mean, is there any criminal issues, any fraud issues? So they're still going to do a thorough background check on you at the very end of the process to make sure that there's no reason why they shouldn't give you a green card. So to answer your question, no, but it helps.
It's breaking.
To answer your question, no, but it helps. It's a good indication that you win, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win a 10-year green card through VAWA.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Of course, I'll be able to get you the best version. I'm not sure what they're talking about. Okay. I see so many good questions. Guys, do you want to come live and ask them? Because it's kind of hard for me to read those questions quickly and answer them. Can everyone hear me still? People are saying my voice is breaking. Can you hear me well? Can you hear me well? Hello? Can everyone hear me well? Hello? Can you say something, guys? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, good.
Hey.
Hello, how are you doing?
Hello.
Wow. Hello, how are you doing?
Hi.
I think this other guy was first.
Should I go ahead?
Yes, go ahead. Quickly.
All right, so good evening. My partner and I, we had filed the normal application, and then after a while, I'd gotten my work authorization, I'd done biometrics, all of those things, and then we had a misunderstanding, and she canceled the whole application itself. So, of course, I got a letter, and I was considering doing VAWA. So, in that process, we kind of came together again, and I'm wondering, can I just file the application like I did initially, including biometrics fee, all those things, or should I just, I'm just trying to get clarity on how to go, go about the application right now.
So if she canceled, if the application was canceled, you're starting fresh. You gotta file everything afresh. Yeah.
Okay, so all the fees, everything that I paid, everything all over again.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Would I still go for biometrics again?
They will let you know. Usually, they'll let you know if they need to, if they need you to go for it again.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Hello, sir.
Hi. Yeah. So my question is, I filed for VAWA, but I have a child outside the marriage after filing.
Okay.
Will that affect my case in any way? But I didn't marry, so.
No, not necessarily. Like I say that on my, well, actually I never said that on the live, but no, not necessarily. But you just gotta be able to explain it and come out clear with it. Fun fact: I just got an approval for a VAWA application for a guy in the same exact scenario. He had a child with someone after, like before he was divorced. In other words. And before we filed for VAWA, and it was not a problem. But it's because we explained it and we came out clear with it. Just don't try to hide it, is what I'd say. In other words.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
That's what you don't want to do.
All right.
Thank you, Baba.
Thank you.
All right. Did I take all the questions? I think one person dropped out. I took all the questions, I guess. All right, guys, 5:35. We're going to end it here. It was a great live. And guys, please share. On this live, just to summarize, I talked about why now is a great time, probably one of the best times ever to file. Also, one thing I forgot to say is obviously right now we have a huge influx of immigrants coming in. So you don't want to wait till next year when immigration is trying to process all these people who are at the border, who are coming in and they're in Chicago, and the whole influx of immigrants. You don't want to be amongst them filing your application. So now is the time. Now would be that time to file your green card application, whether you're filing through marriage, if your spouse is petitioning for you, whether you're filing through VAWA, whether you're filing asylum. Definitely now is the time, and this is the year. And like I said, we've gotten the most amount of green cards ever this year. I mean, there's just something beautiful about this year. It's been honestly an immigration lawyer's dream. All right. It's been our best year yet, truly. And also processing times have been just really great for most of our cases, not all, most of our cases. All right. Our work permits and travel permits for most, not all, have just been doing and going so well this year. So now is the time. So remember, right now, and also I've also said that October, traditionally speaking, in our practice, I can't talk about someone else's law practice, but in our practice, the applications we file in October, November, December, even January, February, often go really, really fast and really, really well. So that's just my experience. So now is a great time to file your application. Like I always say, it doesn't have to be through me, but find you someone that you trust. to go ahead and get this application filed, even if it's asylum. File it now. Next year, once we have this full influx in, and everybody and all the new immigrants, people who are coming in right now at the borders. You've seen Chicago literally turning community centers into host centers for immigrants. So you see this huge influx of immigrants coming in right now, and you really don't want to be amongst those many people that immigration is going to have to process next year going forward. You really don't want to be amongst them. And of course, we've got this Israel-Hamas war, so that's more people who are going to be coming in filing for asylum. Okay, so again, all the more to say, now would be that time. Don't drag your feet. Get yourself together. Uh, consult an immigration lawyer of your choice and file that application now. Now is the time. And lastly, of course, I said that now is also the time because traditionally speaking, our interviews were never waived. So, but this year, lots of these green cards you see me holding this year have been without an interview. I mean, it's just unheard of, unreal. Like I told you, it's an immigration lawyer's dream. It's a client's dream. Can you imagine getting a green card without an interview? So we've had so many of our green cards the ones you see me holding these days, have been without interviews. So again, immigration lawyer's dream, client's dream. So now would be that time. I don't know how much longer immigration is going to keep waiving these interviews. I don't know how much longer they're going to keep waiving this interview. So if you'd like your application to be waived, I assume probably for the next year, they still probably will. I don't know when they're going to stop that. But yeah, this has been the first year that they're just waiving interviews left and right. If you want to be a part of that, now would be the time. Of course, they don't waive an application. I should say this. If your stuff is not together, if your application is missing things, if your application has a question or has something that they're not quite sure of course, they're not going to waive your application. If there's an issue maybe of fidelity, or if there's an issue in your application about, did you really live with your spouse, like to get your application waived. I don't know what criteria they're using, but based on the ones that have been waived, your stuff does have to be together. Like everything about you does have to line up. Like who you say you are in the application does have to, the person reviewing your application does have to believe that who you said you are on the application is just that. They do have to believe that, yes, you did marry this person for real. So in other words, your application does have to be believable. You do have to be credible for your interview to be waived. And all the more reason why you definitely want to talk to a lawyer. Make sure you've got your stuff together, and all goes well. I know I have 5 people trying to come in. Another, I think maybe even a 6th person coming in. I hate to cut y'all off, but I simply cannot stay any longer. I will try to come back probably by next week, okay? Probably sometime next week, or really whenever I can, I jump in. All right, guys, it's been such a pleasure. Share all that you know. Don't be stingy. Share this live. I'll see you next time. If you need my help, you know how to reach me. Give me a call, schedule a consultation, and bye. Bye. Thank you, guys. It was good. It was real.